All right, we turn our attention now to one of the most talked about races on this election day. Virginia's governor race is being seen as a proxy for American satisfaction with the Biden administration, really foreshadowing what we might see in the midterms. Republican Glenn Youngkin hoping to reestablish the party's prominence in the state, while Democrat Terry McAuliffe trying to maintain his party's winning streak in the Commonwealth. So let's bring in NewsNation correspondent Kelly Meyer. Kelly, you have been in Virginia. You've been covering this for us for days at this point. Election day is finally here, Kelly. So how's it going there at McAuliffe headquarters?
Hey, Nichole. Yeah, that's right. We are here at Terry McAuliffe's election night headquarters. The McAuliffe campaign tells us they are hearing and feeling good about the areas they need to win over, telling us moments ago they're seeing a really good turnout in places like Alexandria and Prince William County. For the Youngkin campaign, they say they're encouraged by the number of early voters, and they say, as well as the Republicans, Independents, and Democrats, they say are coming out to support Youngkin. Nichole, this has been an incredibly close race in a place that President Joe Biden won by 10 points this time last year. And Youngkin is seeing a surge in support, large crowds, and some polls showing him in the lead. The Republican candidate will be over in Chantilly tonight. That's about 30 minutes from where we are here for the McAuliffe rally. But McAuliffe's supporters here and the team tells me they're not looking at the polls. They're focusing on turnout and early votes, which has hit record highs with over 1 million early votes here that they're counting. That's nearly 6 times more than the last governor's race in 2017. And that's a big feat considering this is an off-year election, meaning that a presidential candidate wasn't on the ballot. Nichole?
All right, so Kelly, we just heard from Kelsey about how long it will take to get those final results in Minneapolis. Any idea on how long it will take to get the results there in Virginia?
Well, it could be a while, but there is that massive amount of early votes and absentee votes I was telling you about. They can actually begin pre-processing them a week ahead of the election. That means checking them in and verifying them, but they can't count them until 7 p.m. Eastern when the polls close. So that could speed things up. But then again, there's a Virginia law that allows mail-in ballots that are postmarked by today to be counted up until 3 days after Election Day. So we could be waiting here a little bit. It could take days even to determine the winner of this election. Nichole?
All right, Kelly, thanks for that. Let's bring in On Balance host Leland Vitter for a more in-depth look at things. So, Leland, thank you for joining us tonight. Let's talk about why so much attention is being paid to this Virginia governor's race.
Nichole, this is really for all the marbles, and this will decide the political momentum and agenda going into the 2022 midterms. Therefore, if Glenn Youngkin wins, it will be the biggest political upset since 2016, since President Trump's victory. What does it mean for national politics and local politics across the nation? It proves that a Republican who keeps President Trump at arm's length, as Glenn Youngkin has, can win in a statewide race, and that's the way to win in a state that's Biden plus 10. It's a blue state. That in and of itself is huge. If Terry McAuliffe wins, even by the slimmest of margins, it really enforces that the progressive left is in control of the Democratic Party, and they can hold a state like Virginia with those very woke leftist views. And that will embolden progressives on Capitol Hill as President Biden tries to push through his agenda. It will also embolden Democrats to move farther left in statewide races and in House races. What this is all coming down to is the issue of education. I've covered politics for a long time. I have never seen a statewide race where the #1 issue is education. Education here in Virginia is not what math classes are going to be taught or science classes or English classes. It's about critical race theory. It's now becoming a proxy for mask mandates, for vaccine mandates, for the power of the teachers union. And we talk all the time about how President Biden won Virginia by 10 points. That's because the D.C. suburbs were fed up with Donald Trump. They were angry about Donald Trump. The bet by Glenn Youngkin and Republicans is that people are going to be more upset about people telling them what they can do with their kids than they are upset with the memories of Donald Trump. Terry McAuliffe's been running that this is all about Donald Trump. So tonight we get the answer. Is this a referendum on Donald Trump, or is this a referendum on Joe Biden and the leftist agenda in already a blue state? The fact that this is even close is saying a lot, Nichole.
All right, Leland, thank you for that. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.